Today's topic is...
I can't be the only one, right?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Wave Pan. I'm Cal.
And I'm Sunny. Today's video, we're going to be going back to our old format where we would discuss the topic outside and then come back to the mic and talk about the points that we discussed and follow less of a rigid script.
And the reason for this is because it's about a feeling, and that feeling is, I guess, a melancholic that you have when you've been working on something. You know that it's for somebody else, but you put your heart and soul into it, and once you hand it over, you feel as if, I don't know, there's something missing.
And this could be a variety of things. In this example, we're talking about a commission. In more specific, it is our Big Bird commission.
Yeah, I like to call him Big Bird. He's Keratos Fate Weaver, but I gave him an extra arm, and I did a lot of custom stuff for him.
But in your sense, it could have been something that you created for a friend, because we know a lot of members who create dioramas and models for friends and families as a gift.
I don't think it has that same feeling if it's for a friend. I think that it's specific to when you're doing something for work. I can't quite define it, but I think like when you put your heart and soul into something, you know from the start that it's not for you, right? But when you put more of yourself into it than you should, maybe.
Is it because that it is work and you've put so much of yourself into something and that it is work, you're charging a certain price for it, you have a set hours you have to meet, and when it goes beyond that and you keep pushing and you put more and more effort into it, you feel like the diminishing returns are coming into play and you're like, where is this going? Why am I putting so much work into this?
Well, I think the problem with that is me in general. I always put too much into the commissions.
It's true.
And like, I think that's just my personality. I always go for broke because I feel if you don't put all of yourself into something, if you don't, I
think partially it's also because you have that sense of duty and responsibility to your client. Your reputation is also on the line.
Well, it's not just that, because I like all of my clients, with the exception of one which literally robbed me in a hobby store. They snatched the product and
they didn't give us the remaining $50, guys.
And I was just sort of baffled, and I was there with my brother. We're both big guys. We could have gotten the $50 out of him, I guarantee it. But we're adults and we don't want to start a fight in a hobby store. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
But aside from that, let's come back to that feeling of melancholy that you were talking about.
What I wanted to point out is, like, I very much like this client. In fact, I like all of my clients. In fact, a lot of our clients have ended up coming to Deepavali.
They've become close friends.
Personal friends. Not just friends, but close personal friends.
And, this client, as we were talking to them and when we gave over the product, they were telling us how much they liked us, to the point where he was looking for other commissioners and he could not bring himself to commission anyone else but us, because he knew he could trust us, and he knew how much work and heart and soul we put into our commissions. And as you said, I want to come back to when you said you knew this is going to be for someone else. You knew that every time you paint a model for a commission, it's never going to stay with you. It's going to a different home. It's not your home.
And I actually like that, because I feel as if usually that people will appreciate this more because, one, they paid for it, right? What's the Starship Troopers line?
I'm doing my part. Right?
Sunny threw me off so much there that I had to actually go and look up the quote, because she does this. She does this a lot.
I like to derail the campaign.
Yes, or the conversation, as this is.
Okay, the quote.
Yeah, all right, so something given has no value.
All right.
So when somebody pays for a commission, right, I love painting and I love making things for people, and this... what's that Japanese term of...
The kintsugi? The one where the bowl is cracked and then they use gold?
No, not the kintsugi. The one about how you've got to find what can make you money and what can...
Ikigai?
Oh, Ikigai.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. That Venn diagram of all of these certain values, and that is your purpose in life.
Yeah.
And see, I think this is part of it, right? This where we talk to you guys and help you guys understand art and why you love this hobby. And we try to speak for people in the hobby. We feel like
We try to bring out the feelings that you are feeling, but no one is saying out loud.
Yes.
We try to be that voice for the hobby community. And I think a lot of you actually appreciate us for that. And you stick around for that reason. So that's what we're trying to do today. In this really messy way of doing it. Trying to find the words to articulate what we are very sure you have felt before.
Except I'm going to try and get in here in between.
Sorry.
All right, even with your apology, you're interrupting. So, my point was, even with this sort of messy feeling that I have here, I'm trying to help you guys unpack that as well, because I felt that it can't just be me. There has, like attracts like. Birds of a feather flock together.
Big Bird. Caritas Fate Weaver. Attracting birds of a feather.
The point from the start of the video remains. I can't be the only one who has this feeling. I feel that if you guys are anything like me, and I feel that you must be, because if you're attracted to this content, there must be a reason for it. You are the people who put lots of effort into the things that you do. You're not a casual doom scroller. You're not somebody who just allows life to fly by. You're somebody who is passionate.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And I realize I might be sounding a little like a crazy person, but like I said, I can't be the only one who feels this. So I want to ask you, have you felt this feeling of sadness? It's not quite sadness though. It's a feeling of loss, I think. A feeling of loss when you put all of this work into something. And what's worse is like the person receiving it is grateful and everything. Like all of the stars line up, essentially, right? And you are doing the things that you want to be doing. Like, this is a passion project, right? Nobody puts on a third arm and, sculpts lightning and, puts on a flame where they put in the brimstone horrors and all of these tiny little details, because I did not have to do any of that.
Yeah, you could have just sculpted the model. Assembled the model.
Yeah, as per normal.
And painted it as the box art stated it for you to paint.
Except not pink.
Not with the pink wing, because that's what the client said. They did not want pink in the wings. And we did the Moe Spicy Fuego red wings, okay?
Yes. But the question remains, have you guys felt this? Have you guys had this experience where you put your all into something and once it's done, you feel as if, well, I guess it's, why do I have this feeling of nothingness?
Well, you can't feel nothing because we both felt like there was a new detail we could add on or paint.
Well, on that deflationary note, I think we should end this video. So, everyone, you know how it goes. Keep those brushes wet. Bye-bye.
So, is it just because of diminishing returns that you feel this way?
I don't think it was about diminishing returns, and I don't think it was about burnout, because we were late on this one. I don't think that it was about price or anything else, and that's one of the biggest problems. I don't know why I feel this way.
Well, Cal, we did say that the whole point of this video is that we know that the viewers might have felt this way about some project that they've done before, and we were meant to help articulate why they felt this way. So the only other reason I could think of is exactly what you said. When you put too much of yourself into something that's not for you.
But like I always knew that it's for someone else, and that's never ever bothered me before, not once.
Well, maybe because this could have been one of our first showcase models where we actually pushed this far with something.
We did.
Because like
we did
Bellicor
push-
was pretty pushed, I would
yeah,
say.
Bellicor was very pushed, of course, but we had done a similar project to that, and I feel like with the Nurgle guy, you know,
Yeah, the Rodigus.
yeah, I feel as if with that, it's not the same. So when I paint in a sort of disgusting way, it's a very different process.
Yeah, okay.
It's like this was super clean. This was very sort of, you know, make sure that your volumes are right and so on and so forth. And there was a lot of technical aspects to it, like the writing and all of that sort of thing. So I don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that we pushed beyond where we'd ever go normally.
And maybe because of that, maybe because this could have been the best that you've ever done with a model, that you felt like you won't be able to hold on to it and appreciate it on your wall. It's someone else now.
I've never ever wanted that. I've never wanted to just have something on the wall, because I always think that art should be used, right? Art should be appreciated. That's why I've always loved Magic the Gathering. That's why I have always loved Warhammer. Like, living art, purposeful art is one of the most important things in life, because I think that people become so disconnected from art, and I think that's one of the reasons why people love video games, because they are living art. They might not be able to articulate it in such a way and say, listen, this is a graphical masterpiece. This is the realization of a collective will. This is art made manifest.
Right, okay. And with such big words I have...
Okay, thanks for deflating.
That's not deflating. I'm just saying that when you put it that way, there is no answer to why you feel the way that you feel.
And that is a part of why it's frustrating, because the client couldn't have been nicer about it. They
were very happy.
They were very happy, right? In person they're really good. Online they're like looks great.
And I was like, is that looks great or is it looks great?
Yeah, and like that's just my own mind playing tricks on me. They're good, they're great, but
we get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's so strange. I think coming through this, one of the reasons is perhaps I want to be able to make something as good as that again.
But do you feel that you will never be able to create it again?
No, I don't feel that I'd never be able to create that again. I feel like with the pieces that we have, because they ended up giving us more commissions.
Yeah. And another bird.
Yeah, and another bird. And I feel as if I could, you know, do something again like that. But maybe, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well, we shall throw it to you, dear viewer. Perhaps our collective consciousness can produce an answer in the comment section.
Thank you so much for being with us. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.